Hi everybody, I hope you're having a good week. Welcome to this During the Week video. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch it. It's Wednesday afternoon. It's another beautiful fall day here in Stokes County. I'm here just down the road from the Poplar Springs Elementary School, and there's a very special reason that I'm here, which I'll share in just a few moments. I want to thank everyone who was with us this past Sunday. It was great seeing those who came to our worship service. It was cooler than it has been on Sunday mornings, and I appreciate those of you who came. It was different from our outside worship services. On Sunday mornings in the summer, most everyone was sitting under the beautiful shade trees we have. For last Sunday's service, about everyone was sitting out in the sun. I also want to thank those who watched the service. If you haven't been watching the services, I hope you will. It's a great way to keep up with what's going on in our church family. I also want to thank everyone who came to our church family activity day and chicken stew this past Sunday afternoon. We had a great group there and it was a lot of fun. We thought we might have around 75 people who would come, and that's what we were planning for. We ended up with around 90 people, so thank you to everyone who came. We had some good activities going, with included an awesome kickball game. We had a mighty fine supper. It was also just great seeing and visiting and catching up with a lot of people. There are a lot of folks I do want to thank who helped make this event what it was. I want to thank our Board of Elders for coming up with the idea for this event and what they did for it. Also, thank you to our Junior Youth Fellowship, those who were able to come early and help set things up. Thank you to those who supplied drinks and crackers and hot sauce and desserts. And a special thank you to Holly Mathis and Don and Destiny McEwen for all they did to provide some delicious chicken stew. Once again, it was a great event. Here's some things that are happening for us. We'll still be outside for our worship service this Sunday. It'll probably be a cool morning, but it should be a great morning to get together for worship. Please come if you can. If not, I hope you'll watch it online. And I want to remind everyone that we are back to having our services at 11 o'clock. I also want you to know that we've begun a new confirmation class. This class is for any of our young people who'd like to learn more about being a Christian and being a part of the church. And in the months ahead, those in the class will have the opportunity to be baptized if they haven't been already, or confirmed if they have. The class will meet at the church this Sunday morning at 10 o'clock. Here's some other things coming up for us. Our preschool is having its Halloween Carnival a week from this Sunday. This year, Halloween is on a Sunday. It'll be in the afternoon from 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Our preschool is looking for anyone who can volunteer or provide candy or cakes. If you'd like to help, or if you have any questions about this event, please contact our preschool director, Tina Pratt. Also, our preschool is selling pumpkins, which many of our preschool families already purchased. There are some extra ones at the church off to the side. It's almost like we have our own little pumpkin patch. But if you'd like to get one of the extra ones, they're $5 each, and you can see Tina about these too. Also, in a few weeks, we're going to have our annual church council meeting, which we plan to have right after our worship service on Sunday, November 14th. An important part of the meeting will be our election of elders and trustees and youth representatives for our church boards. We're also electing representatives from our church for next year's provincial synod. So if you're interested in being a nominee for any of these, please let me know. There is also one more announcement that I have to share with you today, but I'm going to wait until after the prayer concerns to share that one. Here are some people that I would ask that you pray for. For our prayer concerns, let's remember Miranda Vaden and her family upon the passing of her sister, Marcia Hansley, this past Sunday. Miranda and her family have been visiting with us, and they're interested in our church. And believe it or not, Miranda and her husband, David, are serving now as two of our junior youth leaders. So please remember Miranda and her family. I know they would appreciate that. Hillary Douglas, as he continues to wait for tests and a possible surgery for his leaky heart valve. Carolyn Byerly has been in the hospital this week. She had some problems with a pacemaker that she had. They were able to get that fixed, and she is home now. We're very thankful for that. Kelly Norman also had some outpatient surgery this week, and I know she is home now, and I'm sure that she would greatly appreciate your prayers for her. Let's continue to remember Jennifer Dunn as she recovers from her surgery. Pray it won't be too much longer till she's back on the organ and playing for our services. Others who have had recent surgeries, Eddie Harper, Diane Marion, Candace Covington. Margie Hall will soon begin radiation treatments for her cancer surgery she had earlier. Remember her in your prayers. And Mac Powell, as he continues his chemotherapy. And we pray for our teachers, our school personnel, students, college students, our preschool, as they continue to deal with the pandemic, healthcare workers as well as our nation. Please, I ask you just to refer to our prayer list that we have on our King Connections or in our bulletin, because there are others to pray for. If there are things we need to be aware of, please let us know that too. Now, here's my last announcement and the reason that I'm here just down the road from Poplar Springs. This Sunday, our youth groups begin a special service project. It's something that we've done for several years. It's a project called Birthday Party in a Bag. This Sunday, our juniors are getting together after the service to put together the bags, and soon our senior highs and middle highs will do the same thing. The bags they will fill will go to local elementary schools such as Poplar Springs, King Elementary, and Mount Olive Elementary. The schools will then give these bags to any child who might not be able to have their own birthday party. In these bags, there will be, and let me just kind of show what we put in. There will be a cake mix, and along with a recipe, and it's a pretty simple recipe. And one of the interesting ingredients about this cake mix and the cakes that they'll be making is a can of Sprite. I don't have a can of Sprite with me, but I think you know what that probably looks like. Green can, says Sprite on it, cans of Sprite. The bag will also have icing and other items such as a tablecloth, plates. It's got to have candles, party favors, napkins, and then we need to have the pans too to be able to bake for the people that we give them to bake the cakes. And then another thing that's very important is the bags that we use, and we use this size. They're 2.5 gallon bags, so that will put them all in the bag, and then we'll make sure that they get them all to the local schools. And we just want the children in our area to have a nice birthday party and to let them know that there are other children in our area who care for them. Now, we can use some help with this project. In past years, it's been wonderful to see the great support from our church family for this project. We're collecting the items, and we need the following, and I'll just kind of let you know the list. Cake mixes, icing, baking pans. These are 8-inch by 8-inch. Candles, sprinkles, tablecloths, napkins, cans of Sprite, 2.5 gallon bags. Party favors, they can be the blowouts, or they can just be anything that children love to play with. Right now, we do not have a lot of these items. If you can help, please pick them up, bring them by the church office, or bring them this Sunday. And having a lot by this Sunday would be a great help, as our juniors are going to be starting on the bags. Now, we'll still be collecting the items up to the time the senior highs and middle highs put the rest of them together. And if you have any questions, please contact Rachel, who's working with the middle highs and senior highs on this, or Kent and Jessica Wall, or myself, as we're working with the juniors. One of the things that I love about King Moravian is the special ways we reach out to others. There was a lot of great outreach with our recent mission blitz. Our birthday party in a bag is another wonderful outreach. One outreach I've appreciated is our praying for our schools, such as Poplar Springs. We pray for our teachers, our school personnel, our students during this pandemic. As I've talked to some of our folks and others that I know in the schools, it continues to be a very challenging time in our schools. Certainly a great challenge has been with the coronavirus, but there have been other challenges as well, such as discipline and working with families, and the challenge of getting students to learn and to encourage them just to tap into their potential so they can be all they can be. So may my being here at Poplar Springs, at least seeing the sign, be a reminder for us to pray for this school and for all of our schools, and for those who work in them and who serve there and who go to learn there. Thanks again for watching. I hope you have a great rest of the week. If there are things that I or we can do for you, please let me know, and God bless you.